This program brought to you in part by the Erica Lewis Endowment Fund.
Coming up next on Varsity Quiz, it's Green Valley taking on Clark. This is Varsity Quiz. Hello and welcome to the 53rd season of Varsity Quiz, where the best and the brightest high school students match wits in this unique academic competition. So we're on the road to the Silver League Championship, and it continues with our fourth quarterfinal, Green Valley facing Clark. Now, Green Valley finished third in their division. Let's meet their starters. There's Damien. Hi, Damien. There's Becca. Hi, Becca. Tanner.
Hi.
And Talmadge. Ladies and gentlemen, Green Valley. Now for Clark, they finished in a three-way tie for first in their division. The starters are Amanda. Hi, Amanda. There's Angus. Hey, Angus. Blue, good to see you again. And Parth. Ladies and gentlemen, Clark High School. The coach for Green Valley, Kaveh Akbari. The coach for Clark, Chuck Bean. Students ready? Let's play Varsity Quiz. The Fort Loudon Dam, the Guntersville Dam, Wheeler Dam, and the Pickwick Dam are all found on which river? Green Valley, Tanner.
The Missouri River.
Incorrect. Clark, Blue.
Mississippi River.
Incorrect. It is the Tennessee River. Next question. What was the ordinal number of the constitutional amendment that repealed the 18th Amendment? Green Valley, Tanner.
The 21st Amendment.
Yes, points on the board for Green Valley. Next question. In the U.S. Capitol's Statuary Hall, which states represented by the likenesses of Thomas Edison and James Garfield? Clark, Blue.
New Jersey.
Incorrect. Green Valley, Tanner.
New York.
No, it's Ohio. No points. Next question is a calculation question. A bike accelerates from rest to 36 kilometers per hour in 20 seconds. What is its acceleration? Repeating, a bike accelerates from rest. We'll go with Clark. Parth.
1.8 kilometers per second per second.
That is incorrect. I'll finish the repeat. A bike accelerates from rest to 36 kilometers per hour in 20 seconds. What is the acceleration? Time, we're looking for 0.5 meters per second per second. No points. Next question. Tonsils, the spleen, and the thymus are part of what body system? Clark, Parth.
The immune system.
Pardon me?
The immune system.
That's incorrect. Green Valley, Tanner.
The urinary system.
No, it's the lymphatic system. No points. Next question. Its best known landmark, City Hall, has a bell tower and an arcade designed after those of St. Mark's Square. That and its labyrinth of canals has led to its nickname, the Venice of the North. Name this Northern European capital. Clark, Angus.
Amsterdam.
Incorrect. Did he get in time? We'll try Green Valley, Tanner.
Stockholm.
Yes. Next question. Normally, baseball fans would be anxiously following the signing of players who would become free agents after the 2021 season ended. However, no player has signed a new contract since December 2. What's interfering with the normal pattern? We'll go with Green Valley, Tanner.
Strikes over voting legislation.
Clark, Parth.
The coronavirus.
No, there's actually a lockout, so no points in the next question. Complete this famous type of wordplay. Welcome to my tomb, said Tom blank. Clark, Blue.
Gravely.
No, but that's close. That's a good answer, but incorrect. Green Valley, Damien.
Stone.
No, we're looking for cryptically. No points in the next question. Bloomsday is celebrated annually by fans of the Irish author James Joyce. In which month does that occur? Clark, Blue.
February.
Incorrect. Green Valley, Tanner.
December.
No, it's June. In which state capital will you find the Lyndon Johnson Presidential Library and Museum? Clark, Angus.
Texas.
Incorrect. Green Valley, Tanner.
Austin.
Yes. Which Lebanese city on the Mediterranean coast north of Tyre and south of Beirut was one of the two most powerful city-states of ancient Phoenicia? Clark, blue.
Carthage.
Incorrect. Sidon. Next question. Largest school district in the United States, New York City. Los Angeles, second. Which is the third largest? Green Valley, Tanner.
Chicago.
Yes. Next question is a calculation question. The fastest recorded hard ball pitch is 105.1 miles per hour. To the nearest whole number, what was that speed metrically? Repeating, fastest recorded hard ball pitch, 105.1 miles per hour. To the nearest whole number, what was that speed metrically? Clark, Parth.
67 kilometers per hour.
Incorrect. Green Valley, Tanner.
69 kilometers per hour.
Incorrect. It's 169 kilometers per hour. Next question. Audi is the luxury brand for which automaker? Clark, blue.
Mercedes-Benz.
Incorrect. Green Valley, Talmadge.
Honda.
No, it's Volkswagen. In 1940, Hattie McDaniel became the first African American to win which prestigious award for her 1939 acting role? Clark, blue.
Oscar.
Yes. Clara Bow, a star of the silent film era, became the first it girl. Back in the 1920s, she wore short dresses, had short hair, became the prototype of which icon? Clark, blue.
Flapper.
Yes. Next question. What word names very expensive edible fungi and or a small chocolate with a ganache? Clark, blue.
Truffle.
Yes. Members of which organization identify themselves as Friends of Bill W., since maintaining anonymity is an important element of the group? Clark, blue.
Freemasons.
Incorrect. Looking for Alcoholics Anonymous. Next question. While horsts are the up-thrown blocks between geological faults, what's the term for the down-thrown blocks between faults? Clark, Angus?
Graben.
Yes. Who was president when Congress voted to change the name of Boulder Dam, making it the Hoover Dam 14 years after its dedication? Clark, blue.
Truman.
Yes. Next question. What names languages in the group that features Romanian, Portuguese, French, Italian? Clark, blue.
Romance.
Yes. Resulting in perhaps as many as 7 million total deaths, the 3 worst floods in world history all occurred in what country? Clark, Angus?
China.
Yes. Which nation will host the 2022 FIFA World Cup? Clark, blue.
Qatar.
Yes. I got a calculation question, students. A truck accelerated at 8 meters per second squared for 10 seconds. If it had an initial velocity of 20 kilometers per hour, what is its velocity at the end? Clark, Parth?
100.
Incorrect, and that is an interrupt. I'll repeat. A truck accelerated at 8 meters per second squared for 10 seconds. If it had an initial velocity of 20 kilometers per hour, what is its velocity at the end of 10 seconds? Did they get in time? Okay, so it was 85.6 meters per second. Reminiscent of a line in a Shakespearean play, what punning reply might have occurred when Brutus asked Caesar how many apples he'd eaten? Clark, blue?
8-2 Brute.
Yes. That's the end of our first round. But before we take a break, wanted to meet our players, get to know them a little bit better. We're going to start with the students from Green Valley High School. We'll say hi to junior Damien. Hi, Damien.
Hi.
You having fun so far?
Yeah.
Okay. You wrote down here that you have done something that a lot of folks would consider kind of dangerous. You remember what you wrote?
Yeah. Swimming with alligators
Ah! Where did that happen?
in Orlando, Florida.
And was that fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with the swimming, with gators or not, and good luck on varsity quiz. Thanks, Damien.
Thanks.
Here's 10th grader Becca. Hi, Becca.
Hi.
Nice to see you. It says here you have dual citizenship,
Yeah, my dad immigrated over from Australia when he married my mom.
and you still maintain that?
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck with both of your citizenships, and good luck on varsity quiz. Thanks, Becca.
Thanks.
Here's 11th grader Tanner. Hi, Tanner.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Would you explain to the viewers, I'm guessing some folks might know, but what is HOSA?
HOSA, okay, it's Healthcare Occupation Students of America. So it's basically a club, it's a competitive club like this one, where students that want to work in healthcare in the future they compete in different events.
Wow. Okay, well, good luck with that. Good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Tanner.
Thank you.
Here's 11th grader Talmadge. Hey, Talmadge.
Hi, how are you?
I'm still mostly sunny. You wrote something down here about gym hockey. Do you remember what you wrote?
Oh, yeah. So
What happens in gym hockey?
I'm kind of famous for taking face shots while playing goalie.
Nice. But is gym hockey with an actual puck, or what do they use?
So it's with like a weighted ball that kind of simulates a puck, but since we don't have ice, we do it on like a carpet, but
Okay.
it's very similar to a puck
Wow. Well, I hope you're okay.
for the most part, yeah.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Good luck here in Varsity Quiz. That's our team from Green Valley. Now we want to meet our players from Clark. We say hi to 12th grader Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
It says here that you like to play something called BOTW. Should I know what that is?
It's Breath of the Wild,
I don't
which
know
is
what that
a
is.
Zelda game.
A what?
A Zelda game.
I still don't know what that is, but good luck with
It's,
that.
it's
I
a
bet you
video
everybody
game.
else knows it. It's just me. Good luck with that, and good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Amanda. Here's 12th grader Angus. Hi, Angus.
Hello.
It says here that you have been victimized by something that a lot of folks would be freaked out about. You remember what you wrote?
Yes, I've been stung by a scorpion 3 times.
Now, was that 3 different times or all in one occasion? Or?
It was 3 different times.
My goodness, you and scorpions don't get along so well.
No, not very much.
Okay, well, stay away from scorpions. Good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Angus.
Thank you.
Here is 12th grader Blue. Blue, it's always good to see you. You've been with the Clark team before. One of the hobbies you wrote about, will you guess which one I'm asking about?
Wikipedia, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to just like click through like Wikipedia articles just to read about stuff. There's a lot of stuff on there.
You're right about that, but most people would kind of go, wow, okay. Well, enjoy your Wikipedia, and good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Blue. And we also have 10th grader Parth. Hey, Parth. Apparently, do you and Blue get together and practice this Wikipedia thing? Because I don't know if you know this, Blue, but Parth wrote the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you recall the longest period of time in one stretch that you've actually just sat there looking at Wikipedia stuff?
Probably like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Not very
But you know
long,
what?
so.
You learn stuff, don't you?
True, yeah.
All right on. Okay, well, good luck with the Wikipedia. Good luck here on Varsity Quiz. Our team from Clark High School. And the bonus round is coming right up. Going into round 2 with the score, Green Valley 20, Clark 40. We have one new player for Green Valley. We say hello to Delina. Hey, Delina. Welcome. Good luck. Clark is keeping their same players from the first round, so this is a timed round at 6 minutes. Time starts when I start this question. In Greek myth, what did Clotho spin, Lachesis measure? Clark, Blue?
The thread of life?
Yes, bonus questions now for Clark only about mythology. First, after Perseus slew the Gorgon Medusa, what became of her head? Second, which daughter of Demeter was forced to spend 6 months per year in the underworld? You have 10 seconds.
What are we thinking of the first one?
Athena's shield.
Okay, they made Aegis out of from the like. How do I phrase that?
Like, they made Aegis.
From her head.
Yes. I don't know.
Captain?
For the first, they made Athena's shield Aegis from her head, and for the second, Persephone.
Persephone is correct, and I think that first one was correct. Yes, okay, you got bonus points. Next question for both teams. February brings a number of important events, including a couple of national holidays. There's President's Day, there's Super Bowl Sunday. In fact, this year, the Super Bowl on February 13th, the latest date ever. Why so late? Green Valley, Tanner?
An extra week was added to the NFL season.
Yes, and they added a 17th game. Okay, so bonus questions now for Green Valley only about football. First, 2 quarterbacks with 9 Super Bowl rings between them announced their retirements. Name both of them. Second, in which year will Las Vegas host the Super Bowl? You have 10 seconds.
2023.
2023. Okay.
So Tom Brady and Big
Ben.
Ben.
Okay, we have our answers.
Go ahead.
For the first one, Tom Brady and Ben Roethlisberger. For the second one, 2023.
The quarterbacks are correct. The Super Bowl year is 2024, so some bonus points. Now a question for both teams. Historically, hurricanes are compared using 2 meteorological measurements. The first is wind speed. What's the other? Green Valley, Tanner?
The Fujita scale.
No? Fujita scales for tornadoes. The other factor is barometric pressure. Another question for both teams. Recently, Boris Johnson landed in a lot of trouble for parties held at which famous Clark, blue.
10 Downing Street.
Yes, bonus questions for Clark only about prime ministers. First, the longest tenured prime minister served 20 years, 315 days, was also the first to hold the position, so who was that? Second, two of the longest serving prime ministers came during the 20th century, and both in the last quarter of it, one Tory, one Labour. Name either one of them. You have 10 seconds.
Thatcher. Oh, I can't remember the dude's name. It's so
Walpole?
It's not
It's Wal. Is it Walpole? I'm going to say Walpole because we don't have an answer for that.
Captain,
For the first, Walpole, and for the second, Thatcher.
both are correct. You've got bonus points. The other one was Tony Blair. Next, students, a calculation question. X varies inversely as the cube of y, and x equals 17 when y equals 3. So what is x when y equals 2? I'll repeat. X varies inversely as the cube of y, and x equals 17 when y equals 3. What is x when y equals 2? Green Valley, Damien?
13.
Incorrect. Clark, Parth?
459 over 8.
Yes. Bonus calculation questions for Clark only. First, Beth is 3 times older than Mavis. If 20 is added to Mavis's age and 20 is subtracted from Beth's age, their ages will be equal. How old is Beth today? So that's the first question. Second question, 62 Navajos, 67 Seminoles, 15 Hopis, and 6 Cheyennes, all in a population. What's the probability that the first Native American randomly selected from this group is either a Seminole or a Cheyenne? I'm going to repeat both of these. Beth, 3 times older than Mavis. If 20 is added to Mavis's age and 20 subtracted from Beth's age, their ages will be equal. So how old is Beth today? Second question, 62 Navajos, 67 Seminoles, 15 Hopis, and 6 Cheyennes in a population. What's the probability that the first Native American randomly selected from the groups either a Seminole or a Cheyenne? You have 10 seconds.
Probably, maybe
What is it?
33 over 90, 1/3?
1/3?
Maybe.
Okay, I mean, that's an answer. Do you have
Captain?
Nope.
For the first, Beth is 60, and for the second, 1/3.
The first is correct. The second is incorrect. We needed 73 and 150. Some bonus points. Now this question for both teams. First African American whose image appeared on a U.S. coin was that of which educator from the Tuskegee Institute? Green Valley, Tanner?
Booker T. Washington.
Yes, bonus questions now for Green Valley only about the Tuskegee University. First, name the botanist and educator who spent a majority of his career at Tuskegee. Second, which disease was the subject of an infamous unethical clinical study conducted between 1932 and 1972 by the U.S. Public Health Service and Tuskegee? You have 10 seconds.
The first one, George Washington Carver. Second one, depression.
I believe so.
Okay. We have our answers.
Go ahead.
For the first one, George Washington Carver. For the second one, depression.
George Washington Carver is correct. The second one was about syphilis. So you get some bonus points, but not all of them. Now this question for both teams. What medical condition is an Ishihara test used to diagnose? Clark, blue.
Leprosy?
Incorrect. We're looking for color blindness. Next question for both teams. Rhyming with thief, what is an element with a recurrent theme in a work of art called? Clark, blue.
Motif?
Yes. Bonus questions for Clark only about art. First, motifs appear in high and low art. Shakespeare used them frequently. One involves the predictions of witches and the fate of Thane of Cawdor in which play? Second, another common one involves hat color as representative of good versus evil in which genre of movies? You have 10 seconds.
Detectives, if you have another guess.
Noir movie? Yeah.
Try that. Okay.
I got the first one at least.
Captain?
For the first, Macbeth, and for the second, Noir.
Macbeth is correct. The second one was Westerns. So some bonus points. But we're out of time here. Speed round coming right up. Going into round 3. Green Valley with 40 points to Clark's 90. We got some new players for Green Valley. We say hello to Weston. Hey, Weston. And Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Good to have you. For Clark, we have 2 new players, Siddharth and Alex. Good to have you guys here. Good luck. So here we go. With which American social movement is Carrie Nation most identified? Clark, blue.
Prohibition.
Pardon me?
Prohibition?
Yes. Cat owners who try to turn their associates into vegans, they're doomed to fail because felines qualify as what kind? Green Valley, Chloe?
Carnivores?
That is incorrect. And it's an interruption. Qualify as what kind of carnivore? Clark, Blue?
Obligant
Yes.
carnivore?
Which newspaper, especially known for its coverage of national politics, adopted as its motto, democracy dies in darkness? Partially. Clark, Blue?
The Washington Post.
Yes. We continue on. Entropy is considered as an extensive property of matter expressed in terms of energy divided by blank. Temperature. Next question is a calculation question we don't repeat in the third round. Leon has 52 cents consisting of pennies, nickels, and dimes. Now he's got 2 more nickels than dimes, 3 times as many pennies as nickels. How many pennies are there? We had no answer. We're looking for 12. What technique's being used if a therapist said dog and the patient Garfield responds with smelly, stupid, loud, dense, clueless? Got in time, I believe. That's Clark, Blue.
Word association?
Incorrect. Oh, that was the time. It was actually free association. Next question. Songs such as Black Bottom Stomp, Shoeshiner's Drag, Dead Man's Blues, they're associated with the 20th century jazz pianist and composer Jelly Roll who? Clark, Blue?
Morton?
Yes. The foundation of ancient Roman law was a set of bronze tablets inscribed with the rights and duties of citizens called the 12 what? 12 tables. Entomophagy is the consumption of what? Entomophagy. Clark, Blue?
Insects?
Yes. The Lowell girls were women who worked in textile factories in what New England state? Clark, Siddharth?
Massachusetts?
Yes. What was the pen name of the American journalist best known for traveling around the world in 72 days and 400? Clark, Blue?
Nellie Bly?
Yes. Based on frequency, what distinctive quality of a sound changes due to the Doppler effect? Clark, Alex?
Pitch.
Yes. What kind of lightning occurs during a thunderstorm when most of the precipitation evaporates before reaching the ground? Clark, Alex?
Chain lightning.
No. Green Valley, Tanner?
White lightning?
No, we're looking for dry lightning. Next question. A person with cacography displays bad blank. Clark, Blue?
Handwriting?
Yes. What type of cone has its apex directly above the center of the cone's circular base? Clark, Parth?
An isosceles cone.
Incorrect. It's a right cone. Got a calculation question next, students. If the diagonal of a square equals 12 meters, the perimeter of this figure equals how many times the square root of 2 meters? Clark, Parth?
24.
Yes. Black smoke and white smoke have the greatest significance in what European city? Clark, Blue?
Vatican City?
Yes. Which African nation features 3 different recognized capitals, a legislative, judicial, and administrative? Clark, Blue?
South Africa?
Yes. Harry Truman relieved General Douglas MacArthur following his disobedience of an order not to do what? I think that's after the buzzer. We're looking for the invasion of North Korea. What phase of metabolism is also known as synthesis? Clark, Parth?
S phase.
Incorrect. Anabolism. Next question. What's the viscosity of a superfluid? Clark, Parth?
0.
Yes. On an alphabetical list of the actinides, which one's first? Clark, Parth?
Americium.
Incorrect. Looking for actinium. Next question. The amount of energy that must be added to a mole of a solid at constant pressure to turn it directly into a gas is called the heat of what? Clark, Alex?
Sublimation.
Yes. If you arrange the 3 phases of the Stone Age alphabetically, which one comes last? Clark, Blue?
Stone Age?
Incorrect. We're looking for Paleolithic. Name 2 of the 3 countries in which the Zagros Mountains are located. Iran, Iraq, and Turkey. Charles III of Spain, Catherine the Great of Russia, Gustav III of Sweden, Joseph II of Austria were considered what kind of despots? Clark, blue.
Enlightened despots?
Incorrect. They were benevolent despots. Next question is a calculation question. You got a 46-foot piece of pipe, must be cut into 2 pieces such that one piece is to be 1 foot longer than twice the length of the shorter piece. What's the length of the longer piece? Clark, Parth?
31.
Yes. We're out of time. Let's find out who won. Final score, Green Valley 35, Clark 165. How about a thank you for both teams, an excellent match, and congratulations to Clark on the win. So, you know what? We are done with our quarterfinals. We invite you to tune in next week. We start the semifinals. It'll be the Meadows taking on Coronado. Going to be a great match on Varsity Quiz right here on Vegas PBS.